Hey everyone, welcome back to EasyRoboTech. We're diving back into our complete series on the ASIS International Physical Security Professional or PSP certification. If you've been following along, you know we've already covered how to register on the ASIS website, purchase a membership, and submit your application to take the exam in our first two videos. If you haven't watched those yet, I highly recommend checking them out to get up to speed. Today, we're moving forward and focusing on what happens after you submit your application. Things like getting your application approved, scheduling, and attending the exam, and earning your certification. Plus, we'll talk about how to prepare effectively with the right study materials and training options. So let's not waste any time and jump right in. Once your application is approved, you will receive multiple emails from the ASIS certification team. The first email will confirm the status of your application, stating that the ASIS certification team has recently completed your request and that your application has been approved. At this point, if you recall our last video, we reviewed the status of each activity, such as in progress, submitted, under review, pending exam, and certified. Now, you have completed the first three steps and your status will change to approved. Next, only two activities remain: pending exam, and certified. Following this email, you will receive additional emails from the certification team regarding your application approval status. The email will look something like the one I'm showing on my screen. For example, when I went through this process, I got an email that said, "Hello, Mr. The review of your PSP certification application was completed today. Your eligibility will be sent to Prometric by the end of this week, and you'll receive an authorization to test email from certification@asisonline.org no later than Monday, January 20th, 2025. Now, ASIS forwards your approved application to Prometric, which is the organization responsible for administering the exam. Prometric will keep you updated via email, and once everything is finalized between ASIS and Prometric, you'll get another email that says something like, "Congratulations, the review of your PSP certification application is complete and you're authorized to sit for the exam." This is the green light you've been waiting for. In that email, you'll also learn about your testing options. ASIS offers two ways to take the PSP exam. You can either go to a Prometric testing center in person, or take it from the comfort of your own home using Prometric's ProProctor remote platform. You'll choose which option works best for you when you schedule your exam. The email will also mention that you have a 2-year eligibility window to take the exam, for example, from January 16th, 2025 to January 16th, 2027. You can attempt the exam up to 3 times during this period, but you'll need to wait 60 days between attempts, and retesting fees will apply. One important note: if you don't schedule and take the exam within this 2-year window, you won't get a refund, so make sure you're ready to commit. Before we dive into scheduling the exam, let's talk about preparation, because that's key to passing. To ace the PSP exam, you'll need to study the core materials recommended by ASIS. These include implementation of physical protection systems, protection of assets, physical asset protection, business continuity management guidelines, and the ASIS Physical Professional Security Guide. You can purchase the complete set directly from the ASIS store, which I highly recommend. That said, there are also plenty of training providers out there who offer structured courses to help you prepare. If you're looking for guidance on choosing a trainer or program, I can help. Let me show you an example of a training program from one provider, which you can see on my screen. This particular course is divided into 7 tasks. Task 1 focuses on studying implementation of physical protection systems. Task 2 covers protection of assets. Task 3 dives into physical asset protection standards and business continuity management guidelines. For each of these tasks, you'll review the material, work through practice questions and answers, and test your knowledge using provided links. Tasks 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all about comprehensive practice, combining all the materials and adding some extra resources to round out your preparation. This is just one example, but there are many trainers in the market offering similar programs. Find one that fits your learning style, and it'll make preparing for the exam so much easier. Now let's get back to scheduling your exam. Go back to the email you received from Prometric, which includes a link to their website. Click that link and it'll take you to Prometric's official site. Once the page loads, scroll down and you'll see two options: schedule your exam at a testing center or take it remotely via ProProctor. The booking process is the same for both, but for this example, I'll walk you through the remote option since that's what I chose. After clicking Schedule, you'll be redirected to Prometric's appointment portal. Here, you'll find some guidelines. Read them carefully. Then click Next. On the next page, you'll see Prometric's terms and conditions. Take your time to read through them. Check the boxes to agree, and click Next again. Now, you'll need to enter your eligibility number, which is included in the email from Prometric. You'll also need to enter the first 4 characters of your last name. For example, if your name is Arun Kumar, then you will enter Kuma. Then hit Submit. The next page will display your exam details, including the exam name and your testing window, which is typically 1 to 2 years. Verify that everything looks correct and click Next. Now select your time zone for the exam and confirm it by checking the box. Enter the CAPTCHA code, then click Next again. On this page, you'll choose your exam date. You can either pick a date from the calendar icon or type it in manually. Once you've selected a date, click Find Available Time. If there are open slots for that date, you'll see a list of available times. If no slots are available, you'll get a pop-up saying, "Sorry, no availability found." In that case, try different dates until you find an open slot. Once you see an available time that works for you, select it, scroll down, and click Reserve Test Time. Next, you'll see some important notes about the exam day. Read these carefully, check the boxes to confirm, and click Next. On the following page, you'll review your profile details, like your name, address, and email. Make sure these match the government-issued ID you'll present on exam day, such as a passport or driver's license. If everything looks good, click Next. You'll have 10 minutes to double-check all the details before clicking Complete Appointment. Once your appointment is confirmed, you'll see a confirmation message in the top left corner of the screen. You can print this by clicking the printer icon, and you'll also receive a confirmation email from Prometric with a link to launch your exam. Let's check that email now. As you can see on my screen, I received the appointment confirmation. Scroll to the bottom and you'll find the Launch Exam link. About 30 minutes before your scheduled exam time, you'll click this link to access Prometric's candidate portal. Here, you'll enter your confirmation number from the email and the first 4 characters of your last name, then click Find Exam. This will display all your exam details, including 2 key steps to prepare. Step 1 is Before Test Day. This section includes a user guide to help you understand what to expect and how to prepare. You can download the ProProctor user guide or watch a video that walks you through the process step by step. You'll also need to download the ProProctor software, which is what you'll use to take the exam. Make sure your computer has administrator privileges or you won't be able to install it. Click the download button for either Windows or Mac, depending on your device, and wait for it to finish. While it's downloading, check out Step 2, on Test Day, which lists important instructions for exam day. Read these carefully. Once the software is downloaded, install it and restart your computer. You'll need to complete these steps at least 30 minutes before your exam starts. While your computer is restarting, let's talk about setting up your exam space. Your room needs to be clean, quiet, and free of distractions. Close all doors, ensure there's no loud noise, and let your family or roommates know not to disturb you during the exam. I'm sharing some photos on the screen to give you an idea of how your room should look. You'll also need to have your government-issued ID, like a passport, on your desk, as you'll need to show it to verify your identity before the exam starts. Once your computer restarts, you'll see the ProProctor icon on your desktop, as shown on my screen. Double-click to open it. Then enter your confirmation number and the first 4 characters of your last name, just like before. Click Submit. You'll see 2 options, Check My System and Take My Exam. First, select Check My System to ensure your computer meets the requirements. This checks your operating system, screen resolution, webcam, microphone, and internet download-upload speeds. Make sure everything passes. Then, click Preview to check your webcam view and adjust the camera if needed. Once everything looks good, click Continue. At this point, a message will appear saying, "Please wait while we secure your device for the exam." From here, you can't use your computer for anything else until the exam is over, so don't click Exit until you're done. Next, you'll take a live photo of yourself and click Accept. Then, you'll connect with a live proctor via video. The proctor will ask you to show your ID, do a 360-degree scan of your room from top to bottom, and show under your desk and chair. They may also ask you to show your pockets, ears, and other areas to ensure you're not hiding anything. Once the proctor is satisfied, they'll connect you to the exam, and another proctor will monitor you via audio while watching your live video feed. Now you're ready to start the exam. Now on the screen, you'll notice it's divided into 2 parts. On the left side, you can see question numbers from 1 to 125, while on the right side, you'll find the question along with 4 answer options. At the top of the screen, there's a timer that starts counting down from 3 hours to 0. Additionally, you have a flag option. If you're unsure about a question or want to skip it, just click on Flag. Before submitting the exam, you can review all flagged questions to ensure you've answered everything. This way, you can attempt and complete all 125 questions effectively. Once you finish, click Complete, and then exit the exam. After completing exam, within about 30 minutes, you'll receive an email from Prometric with your score report. As you can see on my screen, my email shows that I passed. Woohoo! The report includes your result, exam photos, address, test date, and confirmation number. If you don't pass, the report will show a different result, and you can schedule a retake after the 60-day waiting period. Even though you get your results right away, the official certification email from ASIS, including your certificate and digital badge, will arrive about a month later. You can also check ASIS's website to see your name listed among the newly certified professionals. Just go to Google, search for ASIS Newly Certified, along with the month and year you passed, and click the first link that says, "Congratulations to our newly board-certified security professionals." Under the PSP section, you'll find your name. I found mine, as you can see on my screen. And that's it. You now know the full process: registering, filling out the application, getting approved, preparing, scheduling, and taking the PSP exam. In our next videos, we'll cover how to review your certificate and earn credits for certification renewal. I hope this was clear and helpful. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon